Make sure my camera's adjusted. Make sure. Come on, wait a second. Oh, sweet. All right. So I have Jamie and Chris Stepanek. Stepanek, sorry.
No, no worries.
All right. I briefly told you all a little bit about the assignment that I'm responsible to do. So I just want to ask some basic questions about how you met, your time in the military, and so forth. So, first of all, how long have you guys been married?
6 years as of last Friday.
Oh.
We just celebrated our anniversary.
Congratulations. That's why Friday was no good, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
It was like we are not doing this on our anniversary.
You guys do anything special for it? Go off base?
We had to go downtown and have a nice dinner.
Cool. Where'd you go?
To the Ritz.
I haven't been there. I went to the Intercontinental.
Yeah, that's a nice hotel too.
So the Ritz was nicer?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I know the buffet was really good.
Good.
The Intercontinental though.
Buffet at the buffet at I can't beat that.
That was delicious.
Yeah, the icon was. I like the sushi. I was excited for that.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
So where did you guys meet?
We met in school at the Air Force Academy.
Okay, Colorado.
Correct. Yeah.
So I was a sophomore.
I was a junior. I was a year ahead of her.
Okay.
He had a car.
That seals the deal, right?
I had a car. I had a van.
Oh, he had a van. Excuse me.
That probably made it a lot easier getting to the academy.
Yeah. Good little escape. So met there and dated all the way through the academy.
2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Cool. Okay.
Got engaged my senior year, and then got married right after I graduated.
Okay, so you guys been able to be based together the entire. Well, yeah, we pretty much.
Part of the time.
We've been pretty lucky.
Yeah, we bounced around a little bit. So after Jamie graduated, she went to Moody Air Force Base down in Georgia, and I went down there for the first half of pilot training. And so we were together for about 7 months, and then I moved to Columbus, Mississippi.
Not too far of a drive.
Yeah.
But a
Meet
little
at
drive.
Maxwell.
Right.
So met halfway, and that was another 6 months, and then I went back to Moody for some more flight training there, and so I had another 4 months there. And at that point, as I finished up, Jamie deployed, and so when she deployed, I moved down to Phoenix to Luke Air Force Base for training, and then when Jamie got back from her deployment, she moved to Hill Air Force Base in Utah.
Right.
And beat me there by about 3 months. And
Nice.
I got there, so a couple months after her.
Okay.
So we've been pretty lucky over the 6 years.
Is it hard because of you guys' jobs to get stationed, or is that just the way the career went? Your jobs are pretty compatible?
Fairly compatible. The issue was that I was in training for flight training, so that became difficult trying to manage. That I was going to be moving a lot regardless. And then just once I got a final assignment of my first assignment, actually flying, that I was going to be someplace for an extended period of time. Even then, we still deployed.
Right.
Luckily, we deployed at the same time.
This time or previous?
Previously
Oh,
as well.
separate places.
Oh, okay.
He was in Iraq, I was in Kuwait. So close.
Right, but nonetheless, both kind of at the same time zone.
Exactly.
So that makes
was
it
great.
easy.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, where are you guys stationed now?
Eielson Air Force Base, it's up in Alaska,
Right.
Fairbanks,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately.
And I've actually
Really?
separated from active duty. I'm guard.
Oh, okay.
So I'm Alaska guard.
And you said, unfortunately, I
It's
hear
goods and
people
it's
love
bads.
Alaska.
It's minus 50 and 60 in the wintertime. It's really
Right.
cold.
Okay, where are you from originally?
Salt Lake, actually.
Oh, so Hill was probably like,
It was
that
nice.
was ideal.
It's
And
very
what about
nice.
you?
I'm from Pittsburgh.
Wow, that's completely opposite. That happens all the time in military. Like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because my boyfriend's from Louisiana and I'm a California girl, so I'm like, I met up in
Across the
Jersey.
country.
Exactly.
Oh, in Jersey?
We met in Jersey. So,
Of course.
only the military, right?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
what's your AFSC?
I'm contracting. So acquisitions. Procurement.
That's a pretty sweet gig there.
It's very marketable on the outside world. Yes.
If I would have known better, I probably would have been there too. That's awesome. So when you first deployed and you guys were separated, how did you feel about that? I mean, separation sucks, but
We'd been separated. We'd already been separated. Let's see. a year while Jimmy was a senior at the academy, and then another about 7 months during the second half of pilot training. So it was something that we knew was going to happen regardless.
Right.
And so we knew it was coming, and we kind of prepared for it that way. But it's never good being apart.
Right.
As you all know, it's hard to be apart from them.
I would argue though that we're pretty good at it. I mean, this is our third one now, granted we're together, but on the second one, you almost could see the cycle of, okay, we're there, we're busy, we miss each other, but we're really busy in our jobs, so we're just kind of like doing our thing. And then about a month and a half point, the job's dying down a little bit, we're kind of in our rhythm. We just kind of like have maybe a communication failure, or, there's something little, and there's a silly fight, and then we're good again. And so I think we've kind of figured out how we need to support each other best from being apart.
And that time zone difference is just bad, because even if the communication's okay, the time is always
someone's early in the
you.
morning or after a stressful day at the office.
Exactly, and they're trying to do stuff in the daytime, but it's your nighttime, and it's just.
And it sets you off. I mean, the littlest thing, you'll spin through the roof. And so it's just taking a deep breath and realizing that.
So you kind of worked your schedule around to be deployed together this time, because your guard, you had that flexibility, or did that just work out that way?
I was 100% volunteer.
Sweet.
So
I received a tasking to deploy, and then as soon as Jamie heard that, she started making phone calls if she was going to be able to deploy. So we got pretty lucky.
And contracting is in such high demand. They were like, when do you want to come out and where do you want to go?
Exactly.
So I got to pick exactly what I wanted.
Sweet. Now, how long are you both here for?
6 months.
And we're offset by a week.
So not bad at all.
No, no complaints.
Someone might just be a little late, miss a flight, and get on the same one back. That kind of might.
I don't know.
Cool. And going back to Alaska, I'm taking this since it's only a TDY, it's not a PCS. You guys put your stuff in storage and all that good stuff.
We didn't. We bought a house.
Oh, but that's even better though.
Yeah, it's kind of
nice. You
nice.
get full active benefits while you're here.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Double.
Exactly.
That's good.
Can't complain.
It's still good.
So,
That's for sure.
So I'm assuming that obviously being deployed together is working in the favor of everybody. What would you think are the challenges of being deployed together?
Yeah, I'd say it takes the stress of being apart completely out of the picture, obviously. So you're able to, have a little bit of FaceTime, communicate, and see the other person versus even if you're on Skype, it's not the same.
Right.
So that is a huge difference as far as being able to communicate and just assess the person.
And the touch, like it's priceless to be able to just, no PDA, but just to say, I love you. You can't get that over Skype.
And then having dinner together
and
little things. And then because we are in this undisclosed location, but we can go off base and there are things to do and you guys can still go out and, it's still an experience in itself just to be over here and then to be there together. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and I think probably the hardest thing for us is the fact that you can't really do that.
GOAD1.
PDA.
Right.
So even though you are there together and you're used to having an intimate relationship, you have to basically put that on hold when the person's still right there.
Right.
So that becomes a challenge.
A little tempting sometimes.
You can't. It's like you can't. Kiss goodnight outside her doorway. It's like, wow.
There, you just saw her goodnight kiss. Wasn't it?
There you go.
I think one of the challenges is sort of the unit cohesion. So we spend all of our off-duty time together.
A lot of time.
And I think your office would really like you to hang out with them a little more. And I know my office kind of was trying to pull me towards them as well. So it's a different dynamic within your office on this deployment because we do have this outside relationship. And he'll come to things with me and I'll go to things with him. But your unit kind of feels your presence or lack of presence as well.
Yeah, they want, it's like everyone else is deployed, they're out here solo. And so you kind of at times get a little bit of jealousy from others And it's not that they resent the fact that you are able to have your significant other there,
Right.
which is it comes out in a negative manner sometimes.
Really?
Even though it's probably they're like, wow, that's really great for them. They wish they could have it as well.
So what kind of experiences have you had with that where you felt that they were just like
You get looks every now and again.
on the back?
You just get some looks every now and again. People are just like, oh my gosh, really? And
Well, and the other thing is, I don't know if people realize that we are married to each other, because you see two people walking very close to each other. They both have rings on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would hope they would
Perception.
assume that we're married to each other. but
Right.
A lot of things go on over here, and that involves
That's very
two
true.
separate marriages. So
Right.
I think there's that perception possibly as well for people that
yeah,
don't actually know us.
It's possible. I mean, I know I've seen an email go around from the first sergeants asking how many married couples were here. They didn't ask for names, but do they try to do anything over here for married couples to make it easier for you or anything like that? Or is it just, they just want figures, there's really nothing coming from that?
yeah. I don't know exactly what that was about, but yeah, they don't really make any exceptions for you whatsoever.
As far as like maybe being seatmates in the BPC
Right.
or
No.
something to that extent now.
Now the Army, doesn't the Army
They
allow
have joint
that?
housing.
They do. Their general order is different than us.
Right.
So they allow
Well,
it.
so is their dress and appearance.
Sure.
A little different.
Well, that's kind of, so does their GO order apply here just like anywhere else, or do they follow ours?
They follow ours because it's
Okay.
up to the installation commander.
Okay.
And the Army, actually, I just saw a program on this. They try to deploy couples if possible.
Mhm.
So they really make a concerted effort not just to keep couples together as a PCS, but also to try to put couples in the same unit or company
Right.
to go to the same location.
Kind of like our AEF bands.
Yes.
Keep
Yeah.
them in the same
Yeah.
cycle and
Well, they're-
hopefully the same location.
And the same location.
Right.
The Army does they make
Yeah.
a lot of effort to try to do that, which I think is good.
I mean, I guess they're trying to do that now with the whole, well, at least in this location, because they're changing our mission and the longevity of it, so it's going to change a little bit over time, but you would think that since they know that we have couples here, married couples here, that they would do something different, but I guess
Yeah.
that'll catch up with us in time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you guys don't have any children yet?
We do not.
Okay, so that makes it a little bit easier.
We got a
I'm
dog.
sure. Who
Yeah,
has the dog?
Beamer. He's with one of our friends.
What kind of dog?
Go ahead, I'll let you
I'm
say.
not saying anything.
He doesn't like to say it. It's a golden doodle.
What's it?
So it's a golden retriever and a poodle. So it's a doodle.
That works.
It's a very manly dog.
It's a very manly dog, but
He's a full size golden retriever
Mhm.
and full size poodle cross. So he's
curly hair.
curly
Okay.
golden hair, and he doesn't shed at all.
Doesn't shed.
So that's the keeper,
key.
huh?
Yes.
So
Wow.
So we miss him.
Did you guys adopt him?
Baby.
we got him. No, we got him when he was
Well, he's like 10
8 weeks. 10 weeks
Okay,
old.
yeah.
And what's
Yeah.
your baby's name?
Beamer.
Oh, you did say that.
Beamer.
But I was thinking, because when you said that, I have a coworker whose last name is Beeman.
Uh,
I always call
yeah.
him Beamer in the office. So,
Yeah.
cool. And so you're missing him, and your friends have him, and all that good stuff.
Yep.
How often do you guys get to go home to your families? How do you work out that when you're from two different places, like completely on the opposite
Yeah.
side of the country when you're home? How do you do holidays and stuff like that?
The lucky thing about that was last station was Hill for
Mhm.
us, and so we were basically with my parents, which made traveling to see Jamie's parents a whole lot easier.
Right.
And the holidays, it was like we could kind of switch back and forth, but we try to alternate if we can.
Mhm.
So if we do Thanksgiving at one, we'll do Christmas at the other. And now that we're in Alaska, it's become a lot more difficult just because it's so much further away from everything. It's so
Right.
much more expensive for travel. And we just got up there in September, so we really we spent a week down at Disney World in Florida with both of our families actually,
Okay.
which was
Our
fun.
families get along phenomenally.
So we got lucky
We've spent almost every Christmas together as
overall.
a family. So
Yeah.
my family with my brothers and my
Mhm.
parents, and his family with his sister. We've spent almost
Yeah,
5 out of 6 Christmases together.
Right.
So
That's pretty.
that
pretty
helps.
amazing.
that everyone's so willing to.
No in-law drama that they
No.
always show on TV.
There's none. I mean, we're so
cooperative.
lucky. Yeah, we're very, very lucky that everyone gets along.
I'm
Yeah.
sure that support helps, especially when you're not.
definitely.
Yeah, when you're not there. Let's see. What else do you guys feel makes it difficult, I guess, when you're actually apart. When, like, now that you're guard, your job pretty much goes with you. You have the flexibility to switch, switching and going wherever he goes. With your flying career, do you anticipate any more changes? I mean, you're buying a house now. Do you think you're going to stay in Alaska?
No, I'll move. We'll be up there 3 years total. It's the assignment length, so we'll move again. And I don't know what I'll be doing next yet.
Because you're doing XP now, which isn't flying. How
does
that work out?
I just got to fly it. So it goes sometimes. Yeah. So, I mean, my next job, I could be more of a staff type job. I could go back and teach pilot training. I could go to Korea and be a part for that. I mean, something like that. So I really don't know. I think it's just the understanding that I am an active duty Air Force, and I kind of have to conform to that for my commitment.
Many years.
So once that's up and we decide that we want to change our lifestyle, we can do that. Or if I want to finish my 20 years and get retirement, I can do that as well.
Do you think it's easier being with another person in the military?
It definitely has its ups and downs as far as it's being good and bad in some respects. So we definitely understand each other very well. We are able to communicate pretty much on the same level,
right?
Because we both have similar backgrounds. We both know Air Force lingo. We know how to talk.
Yeah, you complain about like writing your OPR. You're like, oh, I got this. Let me help you with some bullets. I've got some good one-liners.
And if you talk to someone who's non-mil, they're like,
exactly.
What? So that is a plus right there. And then just the whole aspect of we have to go sometimes.
Yeah, you got a busy day, or hey, you're getting employed, or you got a trip you're going on the road for 4 weeks, 6 weeks.
Right.
It's going to happen. But the fact that Jamie grew up as in the Air Force. Her father was Brad, if you will. And for part of the time, your dad went guard. But it's the fact that you kind of have an understanding of where each person's coming from.
Right.
It helps manage your expectations. Right. Is what I think is important.
Or lower them.
Yeah.
But managing nonetheless.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's really important, and that's where you see a lot of the younger wives or women that have married into the Air Force. They don't necessarily understand that. Well, why do you have to go? Because my commander said so. Well, why can't you talk to him?
Right.
Doesn't work that way.
As much control as we try to have over our careers and set ourselves up, you don't have total. So it gets a little hard when you want something, but you just can't because you can't. And sometimes we have to just suck that up.
Correct.
Do you guys plan on having children anytime soon?
We'll see.
No rush, no pressure.
Yeah.
Probably getting that from family.
It's been a good 6 years.
It's been an awesome 6 years.
Travel a lot.
We haven't traveled enough, but we have traveled a fair amount, and the ability to be able to pick up and take off is nice. The dog alone has definitely changed that perspective a lot.
She's like, I don't like leaving my baby.
I don't want to leave the dog.
Yeah.
And we're really active with our friends when we're home. I mean, if we're not out with friends Friday and Saturday night, it's unusual. Right. So we have really good bonds with the other couples.
Yeah.
Up there. I don't think we're willing to keep that up yet.
But hey, it works.
It does. It's a good life. I don't want to change my good life.
Exactly. It works, and that's ultimately, no one has to pressure you into it. And when it's time, if it becomes time ever, we'll be ready for it. But definitely, how old are you guys now? If you don't mind me asking.
29.
I know 6 years in the academy. I'm 27, so
I'm my last 29. This last 12. Next is thought.
You don't have to tell people that. That's
You just
the
asked.
thing. Well, I mean, you don't have to tell anyone else. You can lie. I didn't have your ID card.
26. Just a really young captain.
Exactly.
He'll be 30 in September.
Yeah.
Oh, so you guys are going to be having your birthdays down here too?
Yeah.
Yep.
Birthdays and anniversary.
You have the same zodiac?
No, we're off.
Okay.
By one, because I'm the end of July.
You're Leo and I'm a Virgo.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're close.
Yeah. My boyfriend's birthday's 10 days before mine.
Oh, really?
So are you the same?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm better.
Yeah.
He's an Aries, I'm Taurus, so I got it.
It's important.
It is. Because, the ram and that bull, Yeah.
It'd be trouble. I'd be like, I can't even date you. I know this isn't gonna work.
But the good thing is the Taurus always wins. So
does he know that?
He does.
Oh, good.
He does. This is the great thing. He has 5 sisters, so I'm pretty much set.
That was a good find.
It's
a very good find.
Again, I think I got my time limit out of you guys, and I truly, truly appreciate you coming and sharing your history with me. It's awesome that you guys are able to be here together. I know it makes it a lot easier. But again, thank you. And
thank you. Good luck on your report.
Thank you.
Good day. Give her an A. Believe
it
is.